Hey, how's it going? And welcome to Whisky Whims with me, Stuart. Today we've got a new independent bottler on the channel. This is from the Uncharted Whisky Company. It's a Blair Athol 10-year-old, and they named their bottles after songs, different songs. So Strawberry Fields, I'm almost certain is the Beatles. But anyway, I could be wrong. They're bottled at 50% ABV. Distilled 2011, bottled in 2021. It's a red wine barrique maturation. I believe it's been there the full 10 years. There's 998 bottles. I'm just going to read the back anyway. This sultry, smooth and heady whiskey was aged exclusively in first fill ex-red wine barriques. Distilled in the picture perfect Blair Athol distillery. I'll agree with that. Rich and fruity berry aromatics play on the palate, rounding off with a long, lingering and dreamy finish. Please savour this peculiarity. I really struggle to say that, peculiarity. So yeah, I'm trying to see where they're from. Uncharted Whisky, Gladstone, Stirling. So they're based in Stirling, which is interesting. I don't know whereabouts in Gladstone, but I don't know where that is in Stirling. But anyway, we'll get down to this Blair Athol and we'll see if it's a Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. It was £64, I believe. My girlfriend got me for Valentine's Day because she knows I like Blair Athol. So on the nose, I'm going to have to agree. The first time I nosed this, I got strawberry laces, and once again, I've got strawberry laces. And the strawberry fields might be playing on the mind a little bit, but it's definitely strawberry laces there. It's quite creamy as well. I feel like Blair Athol is such a robust distillate, a robust spirit that it can hold up quite well in red wine. It can hold up well in sherry, these big bold flavours, these big bold casks. I feel like it does well in these. But it's still got that creamy element. It's not overpowered, I feel. I don't think, as you can see, red wine barriques, but look at the colour of it. You would almost mistake that for purely oak or purely bourbon. You wouldn't think that that's been in red wine. There's Parma violets on the nose as well to go along with our sweetie theme with the strawberry laces. It is a little punchy in the nose. You can feel it a little bit in the back of your throat. I have had this a couple of times and I've never added water to it. I never felt the need to add water, so with this review I won't be. Maybe something like cocoa. It's quite clean, quite crisp, a little sharp. There's a little bit of sugared, I don't know, like a sugared rhubarb or something, like a stick of rhubarb and sugar. Still going on with this quite sweet nose, this sweet theme. I wouldn't say, yeah, I think it's just quite sweet. It's quite pleasant, easy enough on the nose, nothing too complex for now. The palate. The dishwasher's just decided to kick in case you hear that. The palate, I like the palate. It's not overly oily or a big bursting mouthfeel, but it's just simple. And I mean simple as in it's not too pretentious. It's just a whiskey that delivers a good taste. There's those, I can't remember, is it Campari or something that make them the strawberry and kind of cream sweets, the little hard boiled sweets. I can't remember the actual brand, but it's these strawberry and cream swirly. They're a little about that size and a little swirl hard boiled sweet. There's definitely that there. It's nice. There is possibly some dark chocolate. The nose was overly sweet. The palate went the other way a little bit. It's a bit more bitter, but still enjoyable and still a little sweet with that strawberry and cream. You can hear the beeping now for the dishwasher. It's possibly here where the red wine comes through, this drying aspect that I get in wine finishes, but it is lovely. There is a lot of fruit there, probably more rhubarb, definitely red fruits. I don't want to be, I want to be generic, I don't want to be too specific. because there's nothing too specific that I can pick out. It's just nice, it's easy to switch off to, it's a nice drinker, and that's what I'm enjoying about this. Maybe a little bit of, maybe a touch of, I wanted to say like sandalwood or something. I didn't want to just be too generic with that, but yeah, something woody. I don't want to say oak. There is something else there. It's not just generic as oak, but yeah, I'm enjoying the palate. Like I said, it's quite a simple whiskey. It's not too complex, but it just sits right. The red wine's not overpowering at all. There's not too much domination on the Blair Athol itself. You're still getting in the finish. You're getting that starchy element that I always link to Blair Athol. I usually say something like raw potato or something like crisps or something like that. It gives me that starchy feel to it, and that's what I'm getting with this in the finish. The finish is long, definitely. Like I said, it's not impressive in the mouthfeel. It's a little lacking with that, but the rest of the whiskey is flavoursome enough and enjoyable enough that it actually makes up for the lack of mouthfeel. It's not going to blow your socks off, but it's just nice. It's it's pretty straightforward, simple, almost, I don't want to say old school, but almost just, yeah, I know it's a red wine barrique, it's quite different from just normal bourbon, but it doesn't feel too heavy with it, and it's good to see that. What else is in the finish? Yeah, custard creams. I have to say that it's so creamy in the finish. Creamy, long, starchy. Maybe, I know I've said rhubarb in the nose, I know I've said it in the palate, but I'm going to go in the finish as well. Like a rhubarb crumble, we'll forget about the custard creams, we're just going to say rhubarb crumble with custard over it. Yeah, it's nice, it's pleasant, it's enjoyable, and I'm glad my girlfriend got me it for Valentine's Day, and I'm not just saying that because she got me it. I keep saying girlfriend, fiance, so it's so hard to get used to. So we'll get down to my rating, and if you're new here, I rate my whiskey on 3 factors. Would I buy it again? Do I think it's worth it? And would I recommend it? So £64, 50% ABV. I don't think it is single cask. I think I read somewhere 3 red wine barriques. I'm not sure if that makes it not single cask, or if it's still single cask once you transfer it. I can't remember the logistics or the actual rules around that. So yeah, filled from 3 red wine barriques of only 998 bottles, so there is 3, so I don't know if that's still single cask. Anyhow, it's non-chill filtered, no added colouring, cask strength. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth 10-year-olds, £64, that isn't too much to ask for. The bottle's maybe a little bit edgy with the design in it. Maybe that's added to some of the cost. I don't believe it came in a box or anything, so you're reducing cost there. But I think £64 fine. I've enjoyed it enough to say that £64 is probably worth spending your money on. Would I buy it again? I wouldn't. And this happens with a lot of Blair Athols because I am exploring, or I've explored so many Blair Athols, and I'm still on the journey of exploring so many Blair Athols because I've got loads that are just closed that need to be opened, different finishes, different styles. So yeah, it's not one I would buy again, but would I recommend it? Yeah, I'd recommend it, and I think it's worth it. So it's 2 out of 3, so it's a Whisky Win. We've got a Whisky Win, which I'm happy about, and it's not just because it's a Blair Athol. It is really nice. I can't describe. It's just pleasant and simple. I think that's the easiest way to describe it. If I was to give this a score, it'd be maybe 5 or 6 out of 10. It's just simple, laid back, enough flavour, enough. Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to justify myself. I've been Stuart. This has been Whisky Wins. I'll see you later.